Hello, crafty friends. It's Elisa from Paisley Papyrus. I am back with another installment in our Tasteful Library series, and that is for all of our new stampers who are brand new to card making and want to have some ideas from a few basic supplies that you can have in your home and then turn into a myriad of different ideas of personalized cards that you can send to your friends. So today we're going to actually take that collection that I suggested way back in the very beginning, I'll link the video below, and turn it into a Christmas card. Now, the set that I suggested that you have is called Tasteful Touches, but if you recall in the very beginning, I also suggested two other stamp sets that you might want to consider adding, and this Christmas card would work with either of these. One says wishing you all the beautiful gifts of Christmas, and in best year it says warm wishes for a happy Christmas. Now I chose warm wishes for a happy Christmas because there are a couple pieces of paper in the printed paper pack that I suggested that have sort of like a sweater feel to them, and so that's why I chose the warm wishes for a happy Christmas sentiment, because I thought it matched the warmth of the sweater or the fabric-y feel that these kind of evoke from me. So you are also going to need that neutrals card pack, and I have pulled out the Night of Navy cardstock, and I'm going to go ahead and cut this. Well, actually, I have paper everywhere, paper everywhere. So we have, I'm using this piece here today, and this piece is, let's see, 4 by 3. Yes, 4 by 3. So this needs to be 4 1/4 by 3 1/4. So let me cut that at 3 1/4 real quick. Sorry, I didn't do that before the video began. So I've got that chopped off. So now these two are just going to layer on top of each other just like so. So let me move these things out of the way and get started creating the card. We're going to take one of our cards from our Very Vanilla note card collection, kit, package, whatever it's called. Yes, package. Package would be the right word. Oh, yes, that is just one card. It feels very thick, like maybe it's two, but no, it's just one. It's nice and thick though. Okay, so we're going to fold that in half. And I am particular when I fold my things in half because I like them to line up properly. I'm just using my nail. As I've mentioned before, you can use your block. There you go. So now you have a nicely folded card. And in fact, that got a little fuzzy right there. I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera, but it got a little fuzzy, and I'm going to flip it the other direction. There we go. So if yours gets fuzzy and it's a plain colored cardstock, just flip it over. No big deal. Okay, so we're going to take our green glue. I'm sorry, it is our Tombow Mono Liquid Adhesive, but it's glue. I call it green glue. Okay, don't forget, a little dab will do you. We're going to flip that over just like so and put him here in the middle. You already have the semblance of some texture right there just because of the fabric-y feel. And then we are going to pull out our dimensionals. We're going to flip him over, and we're going to put a dimensional in each corner and peel them off as I go. I'm in a hurry tonight. I just came home from visiting my daughter away at college, and it was a fun visit, but I am pooped, so I'm ready to, oh wait, I'm pooped and I'm moving too fast, so I got a little carried away. Before we adhere that down, we're going to take a piece, a bit of our gray ribbon. It is our gray granite ribbon that we purchased in our kit, and I'm going to just grab a little piece of tape here and pull that off. I'm going to flip him around on this side. Just a little piece of tape. You don't need a whole lot, and tape is sufficient. You don't have to worry about what type of adhesive. Just regular old Scotch tape will do the job for this. Now I'm gonna look on this side, make sure I have it even across the way I want it. I'm going to fold it around the other side, and I'm going to use another piece of tape. So we're getting a little fancy today, but this is the video where I'm going to show you the cool trick of how to use die cuts if you don't have a die cut machine. So then we're going to center that between the two edges and between the top and bottom and put him down. He looks kind of boring right there, but that's okay. Let's see, where was that piece of paper that I said I had paper everywhere? He is right here. All right, so one of the things that I told you back at the beginning when I was giving you suggestions on things to buy was, even if you don't have a die cutting machine, you can get this particular set of dies. Now, you won't be able to use these with this technique, but if you're deciding whether or not you want a die cut machine, you can still use these with a bone folder. So I'm going to show you how you would do such a thing, okay? So this is a small scrap of paper. This is an old bone folder. As you can see, I've already chipped off the tip of it somehow, but you can use a new bone folder, but you're not going to want to use it for anything but this technique. But bone folders are a lot cheaper than die cutting machines. So while you get your feet wet and decide whether or not you really want to do this craft, I'd recommend the bone folder, okay? So you're going to go back and forth, and you're just going to drag it along right here, and you're going to make sure that you're holding it in place. Now, this is why I said it has to be sort of simpler dies. You can't do really complex dies that like outline a stamped image or something. You're basically dragging this along the edge. This also works in a pinch if you're traveling and you need to use a particular shape. Now, before I take anything off, I'm going to lift it up this way because if something was still attached, I'd want to be able to go over it again with a bone folder. But with that bone folder, I've got my shape perfectly cut out. Now, if you were to run your finger along this, you would see that there is a rougher edge there. So I no longer want to use this particular bone folder on, you know, folding my cardstock. So we're going to pull in our Knight of Navy right here. We already have warm wishes for a happy Christmas mounted on our block. He's not straight, but he's mounted on the block. Let's see if we can give it a half a second. He's a little straighter now. Okay, so I've got my newly die cut image here. He's not an image, newly die cut piece of paper here. And I'm going to take my block, center it as best I can, and go straight down and straight up. Warm wishes for a happy Christmas. It is perfect. Then we're going to take those dimensionals again. We're going to put one at the bottom here and one at the top here because it's going to go on either side of that ribbon that we put on just a minute ago. Okay. We're going to take him, put him right here in there, and then we're going to pull our ribbon spool back in. We're going to tie ourselves a sweet little bow. So I'm just going to, let's see if I can remember how to do this. Did I mention that I'm pooped from traveling all day? All right, we're going to reach through and grab that. I like to do this on the spool because it means less wasted ribbon, and I let that go, but I still think I can save it. All right, I saved it. Yay. Go me. Okay, then we're going to pull him back down, pull him back down, pull him back down, a little bit further, and then pull tight. And I'm going to pull that guy back a little bit, and voila, we have a sweet little bow. So nothing was wasted from here, and the only waste is whatever I cut off from this side. Okay, now you could use a glue dot. I don't know that you bought a glue dot. One of the things that I suggested for you though was the liquid glue. So I'm going to use liquid glue right here. A glue dot doesn't take time to dry, and it's a great way to attach ribbon, but this also works just as well. Now, I don't want to sit in there and hold it. It'll dry pretty quickly, but I'm just going to set that guy on top for a second to hold it in place. Now, the other pattern that I had was the pink sweaterish looking pattern, and that's what it would look like if you did that. So with our little collection that I suggested in the very beginning, you can even make your own beautiful Christmas cards. So I hope you enjoy this technique. I'm sorry for the shadow from my glue over there. I hope you enjoy being able to make your own Christmas cards with our fun little kit that we've started here for you so that you can start your library and begin your own crafting adventure. Thank you for joining me. Have a great day. Bye.